Yes. Sir, namaste, sir.
Namaste, Baba.
Sir, today we are starting 41 days of season 4. We successfully completed 3 seasons, and today onwards we are going to start the 4th season of meditation journey, sir. So everybody is dedicated and they have completed their 41 days, 3 seasons, and today we would like to start this 41 session with your presence, and few people would like to share their journey.
Yes, Baba. I'm ready. Namaste, Rini ji, namaste.
Yes, Rini ji.
Oh, comfort.
Neena ji, namaste.
Neena ji.
Namaste ji.
What's happening?
Everything is good.
Please speak.
Yes. Yes, Meena ji, few words from your side.
Well, okay, we
Yeah.
had me and my husband, Papu Kukreja. We enjoyed the 3 sessions of meditation with Manoj. During the first session, it was a bit difficult to sit. We could just sit for 20 minutes. I mean, I could sit for 20 minutes without movement. Section a bit longer, but the third session, I try to force myself to sit longer, but I feel my leg is like very, very painful. But I still try because they say, because Mr. Manoj says that, try as much as possible to have less movement. Well, that is quite a difficult task for me, but I will try. And I'm sure that one day I can sit 1 hour without moving.
Someday you will sit for 200 years.
It's okay.
That is the goal. You must be able to sit for 200 years.
200 years. Okay.
2,000 years. That is the human potential. You must reach the human potential, Baba. You are a human being. Human being has the potential. What you can do maximum. You have to reach your maximum. Your potential, you can sit for 2,000 years. Many people have done it. Like climbing an Everest. Many people have done it. Like going to the moon. Many people have done it. Similarly, sitting in meditation for 2,000 years. Many people have done it. That should be our goal. And the goal will be achieved. But those who are pure in soul, any goal is achieved. Our goal should be highest possible. I kept highest possible goal for myself. I must teach the whole of humanity. I must meet every human being, shake hands. So always keep the highest possible goals. That is called intelligence. Not least possible goals, highest possible goals. Goal should be highest. Then your achievement will be also very high. Your achievement is directly proportional to your goals. If your goal is only 5 minutes per day, then what will you achieve? Your goal should be highest. Then you will achieve very high. Everybody's goal should be very high. Why don't you set a highest possible goal? Why can't you set? You must set. In PSSM, we give everybody highest possible goals. Teach everybody whom you meet. Do meditation for hours and hours. Read all the books. Construct pyramids everywhere. These are all the highest possible goals. Make everybody a vegetarian. That goal should be there. Mahatma Gandhi wanted the British to go away from India. That was the highest goal. He achieved it. He didn't say, oh, it is not possible for me. How can I do it? I am only a human being. How can I do it? I can't face the British, mighty British. No, he said, I will face. He worked very hard in South Africa. Then he worked very hard in India. And he achieved his goals. And what are our goals? What is the level of our goals? Keep your goals very high. 2000 years you must be able to sit in meditation, ma'am. Today I see you in meditation. After 2000 years I will come back again and I must again see you in meditation. Everything is possible. Nothing is impossible. Yes, Chugani Sahab. बोलिए बाबा.
Unmute, please. Yeah.
Namaste.
नमस्कार स्वामी जी.
Yeah. How are you? It's nice to.
I'm always.
It's nice to have you in of the fourth season of the 41 days.
How come you are ready again for the fourth position?
Huh?
How are you ready for the fourth position again? Why?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
Why you are ready?
I'm ready to learn new.
Okay, Baba.
I want to learn something new this time.
Okay, what is your life goal?
My life goal, maybe just to be happy. In every possible way, whether materially, emotionally, physically, relationship-wise. I think that's the only goal so far.
I'll suggest something. How many years you want to live on the earth planet? 100, 200, 300, 500, how much?
Up to the time that I'm healthy only. If I don't have health, then I better go.
No, you are healthy. You are always healthy. So how many years you want?
Maybe 75 is okay. 75, I'm...
Maybe 175 is okay.
Might be too much. I cannot. Maybe people might get tired of taking care of me if that I will live that long.
You will take care of all the people.
Oh.
Well, 175 years, you will take care of all the people, Baba. So I would fix 175 for you.
Oh, wow.
Change your mental idea. You should have a revised mind.
Yeah.
You must have an extraordinary mind, not an ordinary mind. As you think, so it becomes. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. So what kind of mind you should have?
Yeah.
very, very positive mind, miraculous mind.
Miraculous.
Highest possible goals. So Swamiji, I give you 175 years.
Wow, thank you.
And you will do service to all the whole humanity. You will teach meditation to everybody.
Mm.
You will be a Jagat Guru.
Okay, wow.
Yes,
I didn't think, yeah.
that is my goal for you.
I hope I'll be able to achieve that, yeah.
If you keep on thinking like in this way, you will achieve it. If you don't think, if you think in a negative way, you will achieve negative results.
Mm.
See, there are 4 types of thinking: disastrous thinking, negative thinking, positive thinking, miraculous thinking. So, if you have a other disastrous thinking, you will have encountered disasters. If you have negative thinking, you will have failures. If you have positive thinking, you will have successes. If you have miracles, you will create miracles.
That's true.
So, your achievements are always a result of your thinking.
Mm.
Which kind of pattern, which pattern of thinking are you adopting? Disastrous thinking, or negative thinking, or positive thinking, or miraculous thinking? You know what Jesus said to his disciples?
Yeah.
You can do far greater miracles than I have done.
Mm.
This is what Jesus said to his disciples.
Yeah.
You can do far greater miracles than I have done. So this is miraculous thinking on the part of Jesus Christ.
Mm.
You must be like Jesus Christ. Adopt that kind of thinking. You must be like Mahatma Gandhi. Adopt that kind of thinking. As you think, so you become.
Yeah.
As you sow, so you reap.
Mm.
Your life depends upon your thinking.
Mm.
That's what we teach in PSSM. Always have miraculous thinking.
Thinking.
No disastrous thinking, no negative thinking, no positive thinking, only miraculous thinking. My third episode in the next 40 days. That is miraculous thinking.
So
My
at
third-
least today I learned something on the first day. Normally we think of positive thinking, but today I've heard for the first time a miraculous thinking.
Yes, Swamiji. I'll give you some examples for these 4 types of thinking. Suppose the first time you are driving a vehicle, first time you are going into a city, then if you say, first time I am driving into the city, I am bound to have accident. That is disastrous thinking. You will have accident. But then negative thinking, first time I am going into a city driving, I may have an accident. Not I will have, I may have an accident. When you say I may have an accident, that is negative thinking. Then positive thinking, first time I am going into the city driving, I will not have any accident. I will come back safely. That is positive thinking. Or miraculous thinking, first time I am going into the city driving, I'll set the watch, I'll come back in 20 minutes.
Okay.
That is miraculous thinking. As you think, so it becomes. I thought when I learned meditation, I will teach the whole world. That's what I am doing right now. I kept that goal that I am the teacher for the whole world. Now I have become that because I have kept that goal for myself. I didn't say, oh, how can I do it? I am such a small man. How can I teach the whole world? The world is very big. I didn't say. I said, I will teach the whole world. And I asked Manoj to go to Indonesia. Go and teach. Leave India, go to Indonesia. How many troubles are there to go to Indonesia? Yet you have to go to Indonesia, so you are gone. And you have gone over the whole of Indonesia.
Yeah. He's done a good job.
Because of the miraculous thinking. He could have had negative thinking also. How, Swamiji, I can't do it. You choose somebody else. I am not fit for that. I am not as great as you think. He could have said all those things, but he didn't say. He said, okay, I'll go there. I go to Bali. I go to Indonesia. I don't know anybody there, but I go and find out my own way. So Mr. Manoj is an example of miraculous thinking.
That I agree.
Manoj can do what Manoj can do, you can do, anybody can do. Anybody can become a Buddha, Mahatma Gandhi. Anybody can become a Krishna. Depends upon your choice, your willpower, your intention, your goal. Yes, Swamiji. Manoj, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Kishore, sir? Yes, you can share now. Yeah.
Yes. Namaskaram, Guruji.
Namaskaram, Baba.
We are very fortunate that you're here to share your wisdom and blessings with us. I benefited a lot from attending Master Manoj's class for the last 2 sessions. Previously, I used to only sit once a day. Now I sit for meditation twice a day, once early in the morning around 5 or 6 a.m. and one more time at night. And it has given me the confidence and made this possible, which otherwise I never thought I could achieve. I would like you to clear some of my doubts. You've been
Yes.
asking everybody about their goals and their goals. My goal is to make this human birth my last human birth.
Yes.
But we also know we have a lot of Sanchit and Pralbhut karma that will make us take a rebirth again and again. So two questions. Is it possible to make this, my goal is it possible to make this my last janam on earth? Secondly, does meditation neutralize, extinguish our past karma so that we don't have to take a rebirth?
First question, anybody can make this the last lifetime. And the right goal to have. Second point, along with meditation, you must teach meditation to others. That's how you clear bad karma.
So if we don't teach meditation to others, we cannot clear our bad karma?
You have to teach. Why can't you teach?
I mean, I've been doing meditation for 25 years. I understand, I've read a lot, I've understood a lot.
If you have understood a lot, you have to teach a lot. Otherwise, what is the point in understanding a thing?
At least by understanding, I also get the realization of how not to make more karmas.
Swamiji, you must help others also with your understanding simultaneously.
Yeah.
That's
How
how you
not
clear
to make-
bad karma.
How not to make karma and how not to respond wrongly when karma is knocking at your door. If you respond wrongly, you will make more karma.
When you are doing meditation, you will not respond wrongly. You will respond rightly. But
That's
when
right.
you teach others, you are clearing your past karma.
That's my question. Does meditation, because I've read in so many books that meditation extinguishes our past karma and we can make this our last life.
Teaching of meditation extinguishes past karma. Doing meditation extinguishes current karma.
Okay.
You will not make any fresh karma when you are a meditator. But if you don't teach others, you will not liquidate your past karma.
Okay. So is it possible for me to have a goal that I want to make this my last janam on earth?
Everybody has done it. I have done it. Manoj has done it. Why can't you do it?
Yes, I can teach, but my question is it possible to make this my last?
I told you, if you are a teacher of meditation, it will be your last, otherwise not. Otherwise you have to come back again. See, if you are only a doer of meditation, you are called Arihant. When you start teaching, you are called Bodhisattva. when you are teaching widely, you are called Buddha. Every arahant must become a bodhisattva, must become a Buddha. Then only the final lifetime will be there. You must become a Buddha. Arahant
Yes.
is doing, you won't become the final lifetime. Your current karma, you will not make any fresh karma.
Correct.
Like arahant. But to dissolve all your past karma from so many lifetimes, you have to
Yes.
do good work for the public. If you don't do good work for the public, your past karma will not be dissolved. You have to come back again.
Correct. That's what I want to clarify. How not to come back again?
That's what I'm clarifying, Baba. You are not understanding me. You put a question and clarifying, but you are not able to understand it.
Okay. So we have to teach meditation that it will extinguish our past karma.
You are repeating the same thing. You didn't hear me at all.
No, I heard you. I just want to confirm.
How many times you answer your question for confirmation? No. So, doing meditation, you become arihant. You clear current karma. You won't make any fresh karma. But when you are a bodhisattva, when you are a teacher of meditation, you clear all your past karma. So you must become a bodhisattva.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Otherwise, you will come back again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. We must focus on extinguishing all our past karma, so we don't have to come back again.
For that, you need to teach whatever you know to others. I am teaching whatever I know to others for the past 40 years. Why am I doing that? Am I a mad fellow? I am not a mad fellow, I am a wisest fellow on the earth planet. I am not a mad fellow. Why should I teach others? Because I want to clear my own past lifetimes. For everybody it is the same. For you, for me, for Manoj, for Gautam Buddha, for Mahavir, for Jesus Christ. Why did they teach others? They wanted to clear their own past karma. And they did it. And they have done it. Now you have your turn to do it. Whatever Gautam Buddha has done, you have to do it now. Otherwise, you are a lazy person. You don't want to work hard. You are lazy. You don't want to teach others. You are lazy.
No, I teach others, but I don't teach them meditation.
You
I teach people other things. My business is to teach others.
That is not useful. If you teach English and mathematics, that is not useful. You must teach meditation, enlightenment to others. If you teach history, geography, mathematics, computers, that's the difference. That you are only creating good karma. You are not clearing past lifetimes. If you want to clear your past lifetimes, you must become like a Buddha. Teach meditation to everybody. You have been doing meditation for the past 20 years. You know many things. Why are you not opening your mouth?
Maybe I've not had the opportunity.
How did I get the opportunity for 40 years? Anybody gave me? The moment I learned meditation, I started teaching everybody. The moment I was understanding something, I was teaching everybody. Whoever I met in the road said, I will call them, hey, come and sit here, I will teach meditation. Arihant is a practitioner of meditation. Bodhisattva is teacher of meditation wherever you are. Buddha is, you must go from village to village to teach meditation. That is Buddha. Arihant, Bodhisattva, Buddha, three people. If you are not an Arihant, you must become an Arihant, meditator. If you are an Arihant, you must become a Bodhisattva. You must teach wherever to your neighborhood. If you are a Bodhisattva, you must become a Buddha. You must go from village to village to teach meditation. That is the route for everybody. For you, for me, for anybody. You must become an Arihant, then you must become a Bodhisattva, you must become a Buddha. Arihant is when you are doing meditation for yourself. and not teaching others. Bodhisattva is you are staying wherever you are, but you are teaching everybody, whomsoever you meet. In Buddha, you leave your place, go from town to town, village to village, and start teaching. That's what I have done in my life. I started leaving my home. I go from village to village, town to town, country to country to teach meditation. If I can do, why can't you do? What is the difference between you and myself? You have become a Buddha. You are yet to become a Buddha. You have become an Arihant, but you have not become a Bodhisattva. You have not become a Buddha. You have to become. This is for everybody. If you are a non-Arihant, you must become an Arihant. You must start doing meditation hours and hours. If you have become an Arihant, you must start teaching from wherever you are. Not leaving your home, you must teach. But if you have become a Bodhisattva, you must leave your home and teach others. Then when you become a Buddha, that is the final lifetime. Whenever anybody becomes a Buddha, that is the final lifetime. Not whenever anybody becomes a Bodhisattva or Arihant. That is not the final lifetime.
Okay.
Namaskar, Swamiji.
Namaskar, Guruji.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Namaskaram. I'd like to ask that some people live their life just drinking alcohol and eating whatever they want, and they live merrily, happily, and they live life to the fullest. They look happy, but whereas we are on the path and we do our meditations, we try to lead a pure life and eat sattvic food and everything. How do we know that we all are on the right path? And also, what about the entanglements in our family relationships? The attachment, does it help us to still progress further spiritually?
First of all, when somebody is drinking and eating meat, you think they are very they are horrible creatures. They are not merry, they are horrible creatures. So your first statement is wrong. That they are merry. No. They are horrible creatures. How can you drink alcohol? How can you kill animals and eat the mutton? They are Rakshasas. They are not even human beings. The next part of your question?
Earlier you said that through meditations and we can maybe make this our last birth, but if we are so entangled with all our family relationships and playing multiple roles.
My family, my wife is there, my children are there. Do you think I am a sannyasi? My own daughter is there in front of me, Parideta Patri. I have two daughters, but I became a Buddha. Why can't you become? There are no entanglements, there are only stupidities.
Got it. Thank
There
you.
are no entanglements. There is only stupidity in the mind.
Yes.
When you remove the stupidity in the mind, you become a Buddha.
Yes, got it. Thank you
Thank you, Baba.
for replying to the question.
I am here to reply to all the questions, ma'am. Where are you from?
Originally from India, but I live in Bali.
You are living in Bali. Very good. Have you started meditation?
Yes, with Master Manoj and also previously.
Very good, very good. Continue the meditation
Yes.
and start teaching meditation to others. When you are doing meditation, you are Arihant. When you start teaching to others, you are Bodhisattva. When you are going out and teaching, you are Buddha.
Yes, sir.
Understand these three terms, Arihant, Bodhisattva and Buddha. You must end up being a Buddha.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Manoj.
Thank you.
Yes, friends. Yes, sir.
Namaste.
Om Swastiastu. I want to explain about the meditation. like the nutrition to come to my life. I can do meditation early in the morning at 5 o'clock. Can you explain me about this meditation like this one? But meditation like me is concentration about this the lighting, like a moon, like a star. Can you explain Brahmarshi Patriji about the rule of meditation like this one? Thank you. Namaskar.
Meditation is very, very simple. It is the same for Bali people or Hyderabad people or New York people. It is the same for males and females. It is the same for any country, any creed. You must observe the breathing. You must not
Breathing.
You must close your eyes and begin to observe your breathing for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You should not open your eyes in the middle like this. Then you become a meditator. So many things happen in the body. The caterpillar becomes a butterfly. Metamorphosis happens. You fly like a butterfly. Meditation is compulsory for everybody. Any time is best time. Not only in the morning. Morning, afternoon, evening, night, any time.
Yeah.
No chanting of any mantras. No thinking about Ramas and Krishnas and Buddhas. You have to observe your breathing. When the mind drifts away, come back to the breathing. Again the mind goes away. Again come back to the breathing. Gautama Siddhartha became a Buddha. Why can't you become a Buddha? Why have you not become like a Buddha, Baba? You are very lazy. You don't do meditation. If you are not lazy, if you are doing meditation, you would have become Buddha long time back. I became a Buddha 40 years back. How? Because I am serious. I am not lazy. People are lazy. They just want to talk and talk and talk and talk, all nonsense. They don't want to sit and do meditation. They only want to talk and talk and talk and talk. All nonsense. The moment you open your mouth, the only nonsense comes out. Sense does not come out. How can you become a Buddha? Close your mouth, close your eyes, and begin to observe the breathing in the nose. Do Anapanasati. Become a Buddha. Teach others. Teach the whole of Bali. Teach the whole of Indonesia. Teach the whole of the world. Everybody is waiting for you to teach. We are all lazy people. Lazy people won't become Buddhas. Please practice meditation and become a Buddha. You are born to become a Buddha. You must realize your purpose. Yes, Santosh Reddy ji.
Hello, Patriji. Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm from Germany right now, speaking.
Okay.
I'm practicing meditation since 2018.
Guten Tag.
Yeah, guten Tag. Wie geht es Ihnen?
Sehr gut.
Good. I'm following since 2012. I have attended Dhyana Mahachakra in 2012 at Kartal. And now I'm doing regularly meditation. I'm following the Anapanasati, everything. Became a vegetarian too here, and I have an opportunity to spread the meditation here to my friends here. I'm following this PSSM since past 3 years regularly.
Did you meet Madhu and Madhu Ram there in Germany?
Yeah, I did not meet them, but we used to attend the online classes in the Zoom.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. That's it, Patriji. It's very wonderful thing to speak with you, to share my views. And I do have questions, but when I sit in meditation, I probably get the answers from the nature, or somehow I receive institutionally, I receive the answers when I sit in meditation. And I do meditation daily for 3 to 4 hours. And during weekends, it 2 6 hours I practice daily.
Very good, very good. Excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, Patriji. Thank you for the opportunity.
I'm glad you are teaching others.
Yeah, I'm saying recently I came to India and I have attended the Visakhapatnam Prakriti Valley meditation also.
Wow, you were there?
I was there. Yeah, I was there for 4 days.
Oh.
And yeah, when I came to here, I brought the pyramids also. Yeah, I have a pyramid in my room.
You know everything, Baba.
Thank you. Just follow. I just follow the Sajjana Sangatyam itself. I just give my experiences, listen the experiences, and share everything. That's it. I do.
Yes, yes. You must do a lot of Sajjana Sangatya.
Yeah, yeah, and not only me, my family members. Since 2012, everyone were vegetarian, no garlic, no mushroom, no nothing. Everything is we are vegetarian, and now I'm planning to be a plant-based person. Last month, our master Parnita Patri has given a wonderful speech on how to become a plant-based, water-based, and only through meditation. Yeah, I was influenced by that, and I want to shift to the plant-based. My next step, my next goal is that one.
Congratulations, Baba.
Yeah, thank you, Patriji. Yeah, that's it.
Parinita is also here.
Yeah, I can share. Yeah.
Yes, Pari.
Hi, namaste, everyone. This is a lovely platform wherein all of us can share our experiences and our learnings over here and meet Patriji personally. And today, my dear friends, I would like to announce that we have full moon musical meditation today from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. on PMC channels on YouTube. So I would like to request you to please not to miss this wonderful music meditation where we will be meditating together for 3 hours, and we will experience that bliss, that happiness, and that beauty in meditation. Let us all meditate together for 3 hours, my dear friends, from 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. India time.
Indian Standard Time, 9 p.m. to 12 p.m. 3 hours meditation is there right now. After the session is there, I'm going there to play the flute. So many instruments should be there. Violin, mridangam, mandolin, sitar, all those people will be there. We have wonderful music meditation for 3 hours.
I would suggest everyone not to miss out this wonderful opportunity to do meditation with Patriji and with lots of musicians, and that you cannot imagine the bliss that you find when you do meditation in this wonderful music, my dear friends. So many musicians will be there just for us to have that elevated level of consciousness. Yes, my dear friends.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Ramesh ji from Bali. Yes, sir.
Om Swastiastu. Namaskaram.
Swamiji, namaskaram.
Namaskaram, Patriji. Nice to see you again. Namaskaram, Master Manoj, Pranita ji, Santosh Reddy, and all of you who are here. Namaskaram to all of you. Yeah, we are all going through a very good and bad times now in everywhere globally. And whenever I meet Patriji, one word I never forget to tell is about how Patriji can mix up and wake anybody. In Kannada, there's one saying. I don't know more. Somebody can understand Kannada here. Lokavella malagirallu avunobbanidda Buddha. So when everybody is sleeping, Patriji is trying to touch us and say, "You're lazy. Get up, get up, get up." So that is a very important point of life. What I always understand. Patriji is. I think I can think Patriji and compare him little with Albert Einstein. Patriji Garu, I'm taking some liberty from you. Okay. Why is because the important thing is I always so many seminars whenever we come across in so many conferences in Bali everywhere, you always stop and talk. Don't stop asking questions. Start asking questions. That is most important. The important thing in life is not to stop asking questions. So you always ignite people. You are a very good combustion mixture for people who would like to ignite. So unless you ask question, maybe sometimes while asking question, people will come to a conclusion. Maybe I'm a stupid asking this type of question, or was this answer given by the speaker already known to me? Why did I ask this question and get the answer from him? I knew this answer, but why did I also ask this question? Sometimes we predetermine the answers of the speakers. Yes, when we are all masters, we are all gone through certain process of meditation. Slowly, gradually, we try to develop a sort of understanding on everything. So when we start understanding this, we become so sensitive and we always predetermine the answer of the speaker also. That's the way people should start thinking very cautiously. Yes, as Patriji always says, do ask questions. But while you are asking questions, we also have to understand that, yes, sometimes the answer may be satisfying. Sometimes it may go above our heads. Sometimes it goes through into our heads. Sometimes it will strike our hearts. So there are different weapons. When Patriji speaks calmly, when Patriji speaks specifically, I have heard him in different styles of talking. So sometimes when we feel, oh, this is very hard answer, that really hits the place where it has to hit. So it awakens you. So that is very important. Today, we are continuously cultivating and specifically developing certain goals. Like we are developing patience, we are developing love, we know how to appreciate, we have compassion, we also have very much of humanity as well as sometimes we have got humility also. And sometimes somebody tell you that, oh, you are not doing right thing. For that minute, because we are all humans. We are all humans. We could be humiliated for a while, but if you think carefully about the great souls and great masters, that is actually a gratitude. We have to feel ourselves for them or for the answers. So that gives us courage. So just now I heard the Patriji giving comments saying that we should not be lazy, we have to meditate, we are all Buddhas. When everyone is sleeping in the world, the only person who got up was Gautama Buddha. So that's more important for us. So we always try to see how people and how we can cope up with things and how we can start up all these things. Today, I think I have also gone through different types of meditation. Sometimes, Patriji, there is spiritual meditation. There is some meditation which is very good for conventional health. Sometimes there is a mindfulness of meditation. Sometimes I have, even Patriji says you can meditate anywhere. Something a sort of movement meditation. We also have focused meditation. Sometimes when we are meditating, we start visualizing things. Or that is called as visualized meditation. Patriji, with my humble regards to you, I want to ask you, can you please give us a small difference between the spiritual meditation and mindfulness of meditation? What do
Even
you,
the only one.
yes.
See,
What,
I'll give you life incident from Gautam Buddha.
yes.
Once Buddha was sitting with his disciples.
Hmm.
One stranger came there. He saw Buddha and all his disciples sitting there. And when this stranger came, he was not able to understand what is happening there. Who is this fellow?
Uh-huh.
He did not know who was Buddha. But he also came, a stranger. He also sat in the group. Then he asked Buddha, what is happening here? A stranger asked Buddha, what is happening here? You seem to be teaching something to all these people. Can you teach me also? Then Buddha said, I can teach everybody. Come here, sit with me. Then he taught mindfulness. He said, walk while you are walking, eat while you are eating.
Yes.
This is the teaching of Gautam Buddha. Then he kept quiet. Gautam Buddha kept quiet.
So,
But that-
sorry, it means to say that you have to acknowledge your reality. Yeah. Either you are in action, I think you have to acknowledge.
Let me complete, Swamiji.
Yes.
You put a question at length and you also listen to the answer first. So, walk while you are walking, eat while you are eating. This is what Buddha said. And that fellow could not understand it. He asked his disciples. They said, while you are walking, you are thinking something else. When you are eating, you are thinking about something else. That should not be done. Okay, I will go and practice. So he went back to his home. He practiced walking while you are walking. He practiced eating while you are eating. No other thoughts in the mind. After 5 years, he came back in search of Buddha. Again, the same group was there, same disciples were there. So again, this man went there and they again sat in the group. Buddha recognized him. Hey, you guy, you were there 5 years back with me. Yes, Swamiji, you taught me mindfulness. I have done whatever you asked me to do. I have walked when you are walking and eating when you are eating. I have become a changed lot. Now, but I am still not yet fulfilled. So I am coming back to you. Then he said, okay, now you sit in front of me and observe the breathing. Be mindful of the breathing. Anapanasati. So in the first instance, he taught mindfulness in any action. Then he started teaching mindfulness in the breathing. That is meditation proper. Then he became a Buddha. So many people became Buddha in front of Buddha. Swamiji, you are a great Buddha. Bali is Buddha. You must create so many Buddhas.
No. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Nam Guru, you are Brahma Rishi. So what I was trying to ask was, this is very great answer because you just acknowledge that the reality begins with mindful of your body and thoughts. You are very simply, very clearly defined that you have to be present in the situation, then you experience it. Once you experience that, you observe your mind, then you recognize your thought, and then without judging it, you try to manipulate and you try to rest and appreciate the present moment. You put these answers very great. Thank you very much, Patriji.
Romba Romba Nandri Swamiji.
Romba Nandri.
Madamji Namaskar. Madamji Namaskar.
Madamji.
నమస్తే సార్, నమస్తే పత్రిజీ, ఎలా ఉన్నారు?
అంతా బాగుంది. మీరు చెప్పండి ఇంకా.
కోవిడ్ ఇండియాలో జాస్తి అయిపోయింది. దాని నుంచి ఎక్కువ స్ట్రెస్ అయ్యిండొచ్చు గురూజీ. వాట్ ఈస్ ద సొల్యూషన్? ఐ జస్ట్ వుడ్ లైక్ టు నో.
Meditation is the solution.
Pardon, Guruji?
Meditation is the solution for any problem. A to Z.
Yeah.
Whether COVID or COVID or SOVID.
Yeah.
Meditation is the answer. Observing the breathing is the answer. Becoming a vegetarian is the answer. You are killing animals, that is okay, but the virus should not kill you. What is this? You should not kill others. Then the virus will not kill you.
Very true.
Everybody will become a vegetarian. Until that time, the virus will keep on killing everybody. Tit for tat. Law of karma. As you sow, so you reap. You are reaping whatever you have sown. Why are they catching the fish in the ocean and eating them? Who gave the right to kill? So, Corona will also kill you. Tit for tat. If you don't do any tit, there will be no any tat. But if you do tit, there will be tat. Tit for tat. There will be hell on this earth planet until everybody becomes a vegetarian, until everybody becomes a meditator, until everybody becomes a Buddha. There will be pandemic after pandemic after pandemic after pandemic. Law of karma. There will be tsunami after tsunami after tsunami after tsunami. There will be cyclone after cyclone after cyclone. Earthquake after earthquake after earthquake. Do you think they are all meaningless? No. Nature is the God. Whatever nature is giving you is proper. You are not doing something proper. The nature is doing absolutely proper. Nice to see you, Baba.
Nice to see you too, Prataji. We are Dhanyosmi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Sri Donapodi.
Namaste, Patriji. I spoke to you this morning.
I am again seeing you.
I know. I can't live without these PMC channels now.
Wow.
Even while I'm cooking, I want to hear from you. So, I have one question.
Yes.
Is it going to be the same effect when we Zoom and we communicate with other people while meditating and staying? Is it the same thing as doing it in person?
It is the same thing.
Same thing.
Person is virtually doing it.
Okay. And another question is, I know we have to cross our legs when we sit. Sometimes elderly, with arthritis and all that, can they at least stretch their legs?
You can always stretch your legs.
Okay.
But come back to the position, squatting position.
Okay. Thank you, Patriji. Thank you, Baba.
Yes, thank you, madam.